Teddy Bridgewater, if he chooses, like it seems like he is, to embrace his role, work with the wide receivers, a lot of them very, very young. I mean, even Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's going into his third year. He obviously has football wisdom beyond his years, but still. And then you look at even a guy like Jameson Williams, who has never quite found his stride and never quite gotten the usage because he came in hurt, and then he got suspended. A guy like Teddy Bridgewater might be good for him to work with him and maybe even throw some passes to him in this preseason game. Maybe get him the most catches he's ever had in a football game since Alabama. So I think it's all well and good for Teddy Bridgewater. I think he will be definitely a stabilizing force in the quarterback room because, as we all said, we saw Nate Sudfeld out there on that preseason game. And if you're an NFL player and you watch that and then you see his resume, you're not going to respect him as much as, say, a Teddy Bridgewater, who is pretty damn proven, at least coming in as your backup, as proven as you can possibly be coming in as somebody's backup.
Especially when he's 32 and 31 in his career.
Like, that's the definition of just solid. Like, you need him.
The definition of a veteran, like one that knows his role. He's not going to get in the way. He's not going to try to play hero ball. Unlike some of the other backups around the league that I'm happy we didn't sign.
The underrated part about having a backup like Teddy Bridgewater, and I know this isn't a big concern because to Sam's point, I know Spencer's been on this train, and Spencer's been dying on this hill of like, I don't care who the backup is if he sees the field. I don't want him to see the field, which he's right. I don't want Teddy to see the field ever. But the fact that you have him as an insurance policy, yes, you trust him more than Nate to finish a game, win a game, be in a game. Like if there's a 3-game stretch, Jared's shoulder, he gets hurt or something happens, God forbid, you have Teddy Bridgewater. But on top of that, the thing that Teddy Bridgewater brings that I think is valuable with backups that are competent is they make your second team better. Mm-hmm. Like that's the thing that people don't talk about. Like when guys like J-Mo or Sam Laporta, whoever it is, Maurice Alexander, Chase Cota, whoever the hell it is playing on the second team, trust me, those guys are going to go harder for Teddy Bridgewater rather than Nate Sudfeld. It is what it is. He's a better quarterback. So as much as he, the leadership he brings to those guys, he also helps them get better on the practice field.
Yes.
Because again, he may never play, which is the plan. But he's still helping teammates all the time, and I think he's doing more, at least for his teammates out there, and it means more for Teddy than I think Nate Sudfeld, quite frankly.
If there's any position I think in the NFL where leadership and being a good guy and being a good locker room guy is the most important, it probably is the backup quarterback. I think that you have to have both. You have to have the ability to step in just in case, but you also have to have the ability and the temperament in order to be selfless, in order to mentor, because he's got a starter in Jared Goff, but he also has Hendon Hooker, and he's got a lot of young wide receivers. And it seems like Teddy Bridgewater is a willing mentor when just a couple of years ago, he was a starter in this league. He had a pretty damn good year for Denver. I mean, you saw Denver when even Russell Wilson got brought in. So Teddy Bridgewater is the last decent quarterback that Denver has even had, and he's willing to come in and be a backup and mentor the young guys and maybe not even see the field the whole season. So that kind of tells you what kind of character that this man has.